Many of us know Phuket as an island of stunningly beautiful beaches. Little did we know that Phuket is also an island of cultural heritages and arts. Let me show you in this episode. Phuket has many Chinese descendants from Fujian in China who settled down here nearly 200 years ago. As an important trading port of Southeast Asia, you will see a unique mixture of arts and architectural design in several Sino-Portuguese buildings in the Old Town. In this trip, I stayed at the first hotel in Phuket, the Memory at An An Hotel. To start learning about arts and cultures in Phuket, let's talk to Titum, a lady from one of the first Hokkien families who settled on the island at her own family house, Ban Ajaw. It was built back in 1936.
1936.
I heard that it was closed for about almost 40 years.
37.
37 years.
Yeah.
And what inspired the family members to open up the house again?
Initially, I had nothing to do with this house at all. Because I went to school in the US, I got back, work in Bangkok, and then never come back. And
Right.
one day I met my cousin, and then he said his grandpa got sick and he want to rebuild the house.
Right.
And then he wants me to help.
Okay.
And I was like, whoa, the house is so big, I don't think we could do it. He said, yeah, you have to help. He has to do it anyway. I ended up helping since that day until now. We start with the scratch because the house was so rotten. We designed the whole house once again.
Yes.
By using our experience. Because all of us, we say, okay, when we were young, we have piano somewhere here. The grandma paid the cards here all day. And then, people live here and there. And then we were saying like, okay, we will bring the whole house back.
Right.
Exactly like when we were young.
How do you describe the design of this place?
I don't want to use the word design. We use the word bring back. Because we don't design.
Okay.
Because everything, and the piano was here, the table was here and things. But when we walk in here, everything was put in one place. And then was covered by the big cotton, the white cotton. And then we opened that big sheet of cotton and we say, okay, those furniture has to be somewhere.
Right.
So we start using our experience, judging, okay, this one has to be that. This one I'm sure has to be that. And then we have some pictures from the past and then we study from there. The Chinese colonial house in Phuket is not just the classic, kind of ambient. I think it's romantic. Every single corner has the story to tell. You can feel how happy they were in the past spending time in the house like this,
And now it's open for public?
Public, yeah. We want everybody to come. The more you come, the more money we get. And then 100% of the income that we make here, we won't spend anywhere. We will use to give the opportunity to the poor children around here.
Wow. From a colonial house, now I'd like to show you an art gallery created by our artist friend from as far as Slovakia. Michaela, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
You've been living here in Thailand for 16 years.
16 years, I can't believe it. I came for the first time with my friends. I just get out of the plane and I knew I'm home. That very strong feeling of belonging.
You've been working about arts?
But when we first moved here, I had a company in Europe. I was exporting furniture from Southeast Asia. I started designing bags. So that came mostly from our travels around working in Asia for 5-star resorts. And I always noticed that the boutique were always very neglected. Like they didn't have enough products that were chic and modern, but had the essence of the country.
Right, right.
So people can buy them and wear them in New York or London and not to look like hippies who just came from Asia.
So that's why you opened up this place.
So Project Artisan is kind of like the mixture of the reasons for opening were coming from both sides. From my side as a designer, I studied interior design as well, and my husband's hospitality background.
A good mixture.
The mixture of that plus the love for Thailand and the need for Phuket to show some mixture of beauty that the whole Thailand represents, not only Phuket.
How is the expat community here in Phuket?
It's very, very international. We just had an international multicultural day in my daughter's school, and we had 67 nationalities.
What are like mutual interests or mutual activities that they usually do together?
I think the beach would be definitely number one.
Yes.
For Phuketians, I think that's why people stay in Thailand who love eating, because that's the essence of Thai culture.
Next, I'll take you to the Living Art Gallery Phuket, initiated by an artist, entrepreneur, and former model.
I live in the north for over 20 years. Actually, I'm from Nakhon Si Thammarat.
Nakhon Si Thammarat.
I made decision to come back home about 2 years ago.
Yes.
And then I got a chance to do some business here. Actually, festival. I could say for festival.
Because you've been doing a lot of festivals in your career before.
Yes, yes. I think about 15 years. I got a chance. Some offer from this venue offer me permanent gallery. So
for this property called Blue Tree.
Blue Tree, yes. We have the same vision with the owner of Blue Tree as well. Okay, because they would like to support Thai artists. Mainly, during my work from 20 years, I still see some artists still struggle, because it doesn't matter how good of their work, but Thai people are very weak on the presentation, and the language is the problem as the barrier. People ask me how do I curate the work. First, I curate from their work, and then the attitude. The attitude is very important.
The most important.
The most important part for me as well. I think for everyone when you work with a lot of people.
What kind of attitude are you looking for?
Positive. And collaboration is the most important, because I would like to bring my experience to collaborate with the artists as well.
Yes.
When I'm talking about artists, it's just not only painting.
Yeah.
It's all kind of art, including craft as well.
Craft.
So if they have the chance, or I would like to bring in more international artists, variety. And my intention, the second phase or third phase, maybe I would like to do artist residency. From now, I would like to focus on ceramics and sculpture. Luckily, I got very good support from local as well, because when you are doing for the pottery or the ceramic, it takes time. If we have artists from abroad, let's say, come to stay at the hotel for a month and give share their technique with Thai artists, I think it will be good, and then after that they can exhibit their work here at the gallery.
Near Rawai Beach, there's a place where local artists have exhibited their works for a decade. Let's talk to Pipam about this art community. I've heard you're from Lopburi, in the central part of Thailand. How did you come here to Phuket and settle down?
Long time ago, I'm working about in magazine. Once politicians invite us come here for take a photo or writing the story about Andaman Sea.
Right, and you fell in love with Phuket right away.
Right.
And how about this art village? I've heard it's about 10 years old already. How did it start for this project?
Our artist friend here, we have so many, and then we try to do something together, do project together. If we have a space, if we move together, like we do some like community, and why not?
We've been walking around. We saw like paintings, sculptures, wooden crafts, and recycled arts, like arts from recycled materials.
Right. Yeah.
This is particularly your own project.
For me, I'm an ecological artist. Okay. I do about recycle things, protect environment.
How about the visitors? They come from many countries?
Yes, of course. They come from everywhere around the world. They come here. They can talk direct with the artist,
who created that piece
and
of
have
art.
a conversation, have the story behind the picture, behind the work, and then I think both of them enjoy it, like the customer and artist.
Hope you enjoyed the diversity of arts in Phuket. You know where to visit in your next trip. Fly to Phuket with Bangkok Airways, Asia's boutique airline. Stay tuned for the next episode. Please subscribe.